Hello, this is Brian with AreYouGame, and I am back once again with another video. It has been an incredibly long time, and I am sorry about that. Life has been extremely busy, but today we are here with the Destiny 2 beta, which initially after the reveal I wasn't too excited about, and as you watch me stand here because I was texting. Anyway, so there was a few changes they made to Destiny. I would say that this would be a review, but to be honest, the beta as of right now doesn't have much in it, so there's not much to review. One mission, one strike, and some multiplayer is all that's there so far. Apparently, there's going to be the social space in the next few days, but we'll see about that. We all know how Bungie does things, and it's not always the best. So, that being said, I'm just going to talk about a few things, and here's some Crucible in the background with me just doing what I do best, and that's multiplayer. So, I'm going to talk about a few of my first impressions of the new things. First thing I noticed in the game when I first started it is all the enemies don't spawn from black holes in the wall, which in itself is impressive because that was something in Destiny 1 that was prevalent. And I'm glad that enemies actually spawn from different things. Not saying that the first game didn't have that, but I feel like the environments and the story missions are a lot more interactive. At least the one that's in the beta anyway. So, moving on to the enemies themselves. There's a few new enemies. To be honest, the game kind of feels like the original Halos. I think that at least. A few of my friends also brought it up, so I feel like I'm not the only one. The gameplay really does remind me of that, especially the way the enemies move and how smooth the game runs. It kind of feels like the Halo 2 era. Could just be me. I don't know. That's a personal opinion. You guys can make your own. We're going to talk about the Strike next. The Strike was cool. The boss was still a bullet sponge, which I've always never had a problem with. A lot of people have, and it doesn't really bother me. That's just a personal opinion. It was a multi-stage battle, which I thought was pretty cool. It was interactive, which was nice. You didn't just go into a room and pour 3,000 bullets into a guy who does a little sidestep every now and then. I don't know. It was different. It definitely had a Destiny feel, but it was a breath of fresh air compared to the other stuff. So I wasn't opposed to it. I really wish the beta had more. Not just in missions and strikes, but at least just more of the game itself. Loot is a grind, and in the beta that kind of sucks. They did give you some stuff to start with, and it's not too bad. The weapons aren't absolutely terrible, but, you know, it's hard to compare weapons in a game where it's a beta and you have to grind the same 3 activities over and over, 2 technically being the same thing because they're both multiplayer. So, if we go to Crucible, there's a few things I noticed. When the beta was initially revealed, they revealed the whole power weapons thing, and if you played the first Destiny, you'll completely understand what I'm talking about and how it's so different now. The only thing I'm opposed to is the 4v4. I really did like the 6v6. I'm not saying 4v4 doesn't work, because it clearly does, as you can see in the background here, but I did enjoy the extra people, and I'm used to 6v6, have always been playing 6v6, so, I don't know. That's just a personal thing. The weapons are fun. I didn't think I would enjoy the new power weapons thing, but I actually really do. I did extremely well in the Crucible, and I like how the game flows. Now, it's much harder to kill people in this one, I feel. I don't know if they're going to change that. I'm not opposed to it by any means, although I do feel like it is substantially harder to get kills with the weapons you have provided. Then again, in the first Destiny, I can already hear the keyboard warriors typing. I did use some of the better weapons, which obviously most people did, but even then, that being said, the time to kill in this game is definitely increased. But it feels nice. The multiplayer is smooth. I've never had a problem with Bungie multiplayer, so it comes down to really preference. I think it's great. The supers, as you just see I got on the screen, I think they're really cool. They did a good job with them. They feel balanced. A lot of the weapons feel balanced as well, which I didn't really mention. It just feels like they fixed a lot of things people were angry about. Now, when it comes to the actual game modes, I mean, obviously they put in standard game modes in the beta. I hope they do include more game modes in the actual game, because that would be great. I feel like Destiny 1 is very limited and the playlists that were featured, they weren't always there, so you'd have to wait, which, I don't know, that was kind of annoying. So, if they do add more to the beta, I might make another video, especially if they add a social space. That'd be something cool to talk about. But here's some footage of me playing the rest of the Crucible match, and tell me what you guys think down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I have time to make more for you guys. Anyway, this is Brian with AreYouGame, and I will see you next time.
Nearly there. Fight on and claim victory. Double down. And that's why we have Fire Beast. I could not ask for a better victory.